Christmas, joyeux Noel, and welcome to QI. The turkey is in the oven, the Queen's speech is on YouTube, and it's time to see what's under the tree. You'll never guess who. Josh Widdicombe! Hey, bit of a know-all, Susan Calman! X marks the spot, Matt Lucas!
Hello. It's me! It's actually me!
And a Christmas cracker, Alan Davis. Right, let's hear their festive buzzers. Josh goes.
Dashing through the snow.
Susan goes.
In a one-horse open sleigh.
Matt goes.
O'er the fields we go.
And Alan goes.
Oh, we're nearly there.
So, good afternoon, welcome to QI or Glædelig Jul. Yes, indeed. This year we have gone all Danish. The panel are dressed as Nisse, which is the traditional Danish Christmas elf. And I have to say, this is a very Danish thing. We have a little competition on Christmas Eve to see who can find the whole almond. It's more fun when you actually play it, but the winner gets a marzipan pig. There we are. Isn't that fantastic?
Where am I going to have to search for the full almond?
Don't you worry about the almond, but the prize today, the marzipan pig, is rather fine.
It is.
So we should be doing that, and goodness knows what else besides. Now, a recent survey asked the British public what Christmas traditions should be preserved. Number 3, paper decorations. Number 2, carols. But number 1 was parlour games.
Oh,
right?
no.
Yes, so let's try a parlour game to get us started. One Victorian parlour game was called Taboo. You were asked a question and had to answer without using a taboo letter of the alphabet. Our taboo letter tonight is obviously N, so please answer the following questions without using the letter N. Matt, name a tasty yellow fruit grown mostly in the Caribbean and Central America. In the Philippines, its name has been corrupted to bayabas.
Is it, a ba'a? I'm trying to think what's nice and yellow. Crisps. I'm going for crisps.
As a tasty yellow fruit.
Yeah.
So, no, the answer is guava.
Oh.
Is the answer we were
Oh, there is an
looking for.
answer.
There is an answer.
Oh, I've been playing this game wrong for years.
It isn't banana at all. The answer is guava, is the fruit that we were looking for. In the Philippines, it has been corrupted to bayabas. Do you know what the Filipinos call bananas?
No.
They call them bananas. So I could have got you with that one had you fallen for it.
So, Sandy, even in counter,
Yes.
in cross-examination,
Yes.
the rules of the game still apply?
No, just the answer, just the answer. Yes,
But a supplementary counts as well, because you said you could have got them out.
It will do with you. Here's your question.
Susan Calman.
Susan, what do you call a woman who looked after Victorian children whose mothers were social equals but couldn't be asked to do the job themselves?
Well, I would call them the help.
Which is nice, but not the correct term.
Well, then I would call them... You've got such a gaze, Sandy. It's like the Eye of Sauron.
Sorry, but Sauron's got an N in it.
Oh, I would have said the nanny or a governess. Yes. Yes. I was essentially cajoled into that.
You were. So, not nanny, obviously, because how many N's have we got there, Susan?
At least 2.
At least 2. Also, not social equal, the nanny. It's au pair.
Oh, no, I almost... Oh.
Yeah, au pair, been around.
So annoying, isn't it?
Start with your own. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue there.
It's been around since the 1840s, the word au pair. Well, it literally means social equal, au pair.
Does it?
Yeah.
Have you met our social equals? He's really, really fit. He's only run off with the social equal.
So, nobody doing very well, but I'm relying on Josh to get this one right.
Watch and learn.
OK, here we go. What do you call a Roman Catholic religious woman who has taken simple vows of poverty, chastity and obedience?
Is it the au pair? No, it's guava. Oh, it's difficult, isn't it, now? Yeah.
Yeah, not so quick with the answers now.
Tracy? Oh, go on, then. None.
Nah.
Yeah. No.
So here's the thing. The answer is a sister. So a nun has taken solemn vows, but a sister has taken simple vows. It's a technical difference to do with the repudiation of property. So a nun's solemn vow repudiates property absolutely. A sister's simple vow allows her to reserve an interest. Hedging her bets, Josh. Hedging her bets, that one. Right, Alan.
Yes.
Name any of the digits in the common emergency telephone number. It's like you can see the brain working.
The common emergency telephone
Yeah.
number. What is that? Was that when you call the operator? And you say, is that the operator
Yes.
on the line?
Yes.
Get off quick, there's a train coming. 111. Oh, no, that's got ends in.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? There's an emergency number which is
999.
999.
They're great guys. They're great guys.
But the common emergency telephone number is 112.
Is it?
Yeah, so you can use it on a mobile phone even if it's locked or you haven't got a SIM card.
It has
So
got
what's the-
ends in,
It's got ends in
112.
Well, I asked you to name any of the digits in the common emergency number. So you could have said 2.
Oh, my word.
2.
Well, it's Christmas, so Alan wins that one. There we go. Dispense with our Nissa hats, I think, for the moment. We might have some more parlour games a little bit later, you'll be glad to hear. Meanwhile, who are spoon licker, doorway sniffer, sausage swiper and meat hook? Yes, Josh.
Is that how you refer to us for?
Which
If
one?
so, name.
If you were to have to describe us,
Yeah.
Andy, which one of us would be the sausage swiper?
I was being so careful.
Are they reindeer?
No, they're not ready, but it is obviously a Christmassy thing.
I think I know the answer,
Yes,
kind
go.
of. I think it's something to do with Iceland and Christmas.
OK, it is something to do with Iceland and Christmas. Does anybody have any ideas what
Oh,
it might
is that-
be? Josh, yes.
Is that the food they sell in Iceland at Christmas?
I think whoever got doorway sniffer hasn't done...
Oh,
Yes.
is it the nativity people?
Yes, those are all the people who
too.
turned up to meet Jesus.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
When I said it, I thought, I'm right. And now, I've never felt so stupid in my life.
So it is what I call a random Scandinavian fact. It's a randy scandy. These are 4 of the Icelandic 13 Santas. They're called the Yule Lads. There they are. There's a Yule Lad. And each of them leaves a gift for the children on successive nights, starting on December the 12th. And there are some fantastic names. There's also Pot Scraper and Bowl Licker, Sheep Cot, Clod, Window Peeper, I worry about. I think it's more of a gift for him, really, I think. In Scandinavia, we have this as the symbol. We call it Julebuk, the Yule goat. There's a Swedish town called Gavle, and since 1966, they have built a 42-foot-high Yule goat of straw every year. In that time, it's been kicked to pieces. It's had its legs removed. It's been hit by a car. It's been damaged by fireworks. In 1968, one couple climbed up inside and had sex inside it. In 2010, somebody tried to steal it with a helicopter. Unsuccessfully. It's been destroyed by arson 34 times. Once by firing flaming arrows at it. And that's the Christmas spirit, I think. Does anybody know what Santa does in the summer?
Ibiza. He gets bang on it.
He does. He rides one of those big giant bananas in the sea. Loves it.
They're called guavas.
So,
Any ideas? What does Santa do in the summer?
I've read Raymond Briggs's Santa Goes on Holiday.
Right.
But I don't think that was factual.
Do you not?
No.
How strange.
In conclusion, no, I don't know.
Right.
That's your finish the week GCSE. In conclusion, I have no idea.
It happens in the very best country in the world.
Denmark, of
Happens in
course.
Denmark, obviously. He goes to the World Santa Claus Congress.
Oh.
It happens in July every year in Denmark in an amusement park called Bakken. Julemandens Congress. It takes 3 days. I have no idea what they do.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Bloody kids.
The only real rule is that the participants are not allowed to smoke or drink whilst
There's one bloke
in
there
uniform.
who's just a bloke who's got a beard and someone's put a hat on him. I'm not in this. I don't want to be in this.
What's with the Archbishop?
That
Trying
is-
to bring religion into Christmas.
They get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah.
You don't suppose that's St. Nicholas, do you? Put my coat away. It's not something you say every day. What's the worst thing about Christmas lights?
Oh, they get terribly tangled up,
They do.
don't they?
The worst thing that I've encountered about Christmas lights is they get in the way of the remote control.
They do interfere with your Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah, the microwaves which come from your Wi-Fi router are quite weak and they can get blocked by stronger signals, and indeed the Christmas lights would be a stronger signal.
The man across the road from me changes my channel on my television.
You must ask him not to sit next to you.
No. He sits across the road and he changes my channel.
Not watching that shite.
And he goes,
Highland Games for you.
how small is this road that you can see each other so easily?
You live in a little model
Just-
village.
I know. Susan Calman from Toy Town.
Stop turning me telly over, you bastard!
No, you forgot to open the little curtains.
So it is the Wi-Fi, but it's not the first thing on the list. It's environmental cost is the real thing. It's incredible. So the US Energy Department, they did a study in 2008, and over the whole of the United States, a staggering 6.63 billion kilowatt hours of electricity use. So that is twice as much electricity as Cambodia uses in a year, just for the Christmas lights.
Very dark there, though, isn't it?
Oh, Cambodia. Well, it's also more than the annual use in lots of countries. Ethiopia, El Salvador, Tanzania...
I don't
Nepal.
like it, really.
Don't like
People
what?
go a bit overboard, don't they?
Oh, when they do the whole house,
The
that makes
whole
me
house.
crazy.
What I don't mind is a moving reindeer.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
So you work on that impression all year, and then you can bring it out at Christmas.
What's it? Moving reindeer! Reindeer, every year.
Christmas lights are also responsible for a great many injuries. So people...
Tripping up,
Oh, my
burning.
goodness, yeah.
I mean, he's gone the wrong side up a ladder.
Only got himself to blame. This has nothing to do with the light. He's looked at the manual and just got it the wrong way around. This ladder's shit!
Look what's in the front of frame. It's a guava. Look.
I like that ladder impersonation. That could double as a reindeer doing backstroke. That's very good.
I can't wait till next year on BBC Two, Alan Davis's Christmas impersonation.
So lots of people injured putting up Christmas lights. The average victim is a 55-year-old man.
Well,
Is he the one that lives across from Susan?
And now for a bit of a Danish Christmas parlour game. Or rather, we're going to turn it into a parlour game. So, there is a Danish tradition. We celebrate Christmas Eve, and then we all hold hands and we sing standing around the tree. So we're going to give this a go, but we're going to do it in a very QI manner. And in order to help us, please welcome from Festival of the Spoken Nerd, Helen and Steve. So, the really important thing, Helen, is that we have to hold hands and sing. OK, are you happy with this?
This
All right.
experiment works best if you hold hands and sing.
OK.
But we're going to start off telling you what we've got. Over here, I've got an amplifier.
Right.
Going into that is some traditional Danish Christmas music.
Thank you very much.
Over there, another amplifier coming out of that is a speaker.
OK.
And normally you'd use a speaker cable to connect the two. I've
Yep.
taken that speaker cable and I've cut it in half.
Half?
Is that exposed wiring, Helen?
Yeah. We've made it safe. I would say don't try this at home.
OK.
So what I need to do is I need to give you that bare wire.
But it's really, is it perfectly
yeah,
OK?
Absolutely
All right.
fine.
OK.
We have measured the current going through this. It's either so low that our meter can't read it or our meter's broken. So can I get you to hold that bare wire? So you've got bare wires.
I love you,
there.
Mum.
And I just need you to touch the bare
It's seriously
wires
OK
together.
to do this?
Yeah,
OK.
absolutely. Just touch them together.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a song we sing when we go around the tree. That's lovely. OK. And if I let go?
Everyone else's whelm is very much under.
Yeah, because so far, all I've done is connect up the speaker wire. Yeah.
Well, what I can do is, Steve, if you could give that to Josh, and I will take this round to Matt. Now, Matt, if you could take that in your hand and grasp the metal part of the wire. Just grasp it. Okay.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
This is where you get to hold hands. Let's find out if it works. So, if you can link up.
I've got huge issues with human contact.
So this,
Who holds Susan?
My hair's already fallen out, but for you guys, who knows?
it's the spirit of Christmas. Susan was looking very sceptical.
Right, so what?
Have you got any wham?
Why does it work?
Well, humans are about 70% water, and that means your skin's about 70% water, but water's not a very good conductor of electricity, but salty water is. So the sweatier you are, the better this works.
That was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
The Festival of the Spoken Nerd.
Scary. That was actually quite scary. I'm telling my mum that you made me do that.
Right, here is another piece of Christmas music that you may be more familiar with.
Yep.
OK, quick question for the audience. Hands up, audience, how many of you could hear the words to that tune?
You liars.
It's few. Quite a few could hear the words. Could anybody on the panel hear the words?
I can do it, yeah.
So here's the thing. The music being played is a MIDI file, so it consists only of musical notes. There are no human voices at all, and people who haven't heard the song before will hear it that way, and they'll hear it just as a series of notes. But anybody who's heard the Mariah Carey vocal version will tend to hear her voice mixed in with the track, even though it isn't actually really there.
Oh, wow.
It's extraordinary. It's something called top-down processing. So what happens is the brain uses information that it already has to try and interpret the world. And there's a template in your head, in the heads of those people who put their hands up, for that particular song. And the brain matched it to the new sounds, filling in the non-existent vocals.
Same principle as ghosts.
Is that right? We think we see somebody there?
Yeah, you think there's something there as a person.
It's not just the lights.
It's usually a dressing gown on the back of the door.
Now, what's this Christmassy noise?
We go.
That is after the Christmas meal when you've fallen asleep. That's Grandpa farting, isn't it? Let's be honest.
That's the sound of Santa Claus in a particularly tight chimney.
That would be bad, wouldn't it?
It's a pony.
Yeah. Is it a
It's a
reindeer?
pony or
You think it's a reindeer? It is a creature.
It's the death throes of a
Donkey.
turkey.
What is it? You are the closest. You are the closest at the moment. It is a bird. It's a bird that might appear
a robin?
in a song. 12 days...
Partridge.
It is a partridge. It is absolutely. It is the sound. So I... Do you want to hear it one more time?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That is the sound of a partridge taking off. Well,
taking off?
Yeah.
Oh.
So here is the extraordinary thing. It comes from the Greek word peridestra.
You're right, Josh.
That's how they get themselves going. Here we go.
So here's the weird thing, Alan. It comes from the Greek peristai, which means to break wind.
Shut the front door.
The word partridge means to break wind. And it gets its name from the rapid fluttering noise it makes when it flies away.
Partridge.
Yeah. The origin of the lyrics to 12 Days of Christmas, lost in time. The possibility is that we got the French wrong. It's one of those wonderful mistranslation things. So, the French for a partridge is un perdrix, and we mistook it for a pear tree, and we should actually be singing a partridge, a partridge. Did you know that the Scottish have a different version of the 12 Days of Christmas?
What is it, Sandy? I've never heard this.
Early 19th century, the king sent his lady on the first...
Right, don't do the voice, that's racist.
Yeah.
The king sent his lady on the first Yule day a popingo eye.
A what?
A popingo eye. It's a parrot. Yeah, Scottish for parrot. Wallans
Sorry,
Maccarroll.
can I just... A Scottish parrot? Can I just... I've lived there a long time and I'm sounding more Scottish and there's no parrots. At the bus, there's a parrot over there.
Get them in a pet shop.
Yeah.
They look a bit like
Right.
pigeons.
Popingo eye.
Right, let's see what else
Popingo
they
eye.
had.
Wallans Maccarroll and carries it away. And you also get an Arabian baboon, 3 hinds of merry hunting, and 3 stalks of merry corn. It's quite merry all the way through.
Right. I have never heard of that.
A goose that was grey, 3 starlings, 3 gold spinks, a bull that was brown.
It's like that conveyor belt round on the Generation
It
game.
is just The Faroe Islands also have their own version, and pretty much you get 1 feather and 14 rounds of cheese. That's pretty much it. Who likes sprouts?
I like sprouts.
Do you?
Yeah, they're
Love
lovely.
sprouts.
Well, I feel like something happened with sprouts, didn't it? Like, a few years ago, people start pan-frying them now and putting sort of walnuts
curry
and...
powder.
Yeah.
Nicely caramelised
Yes,
with loads of
caramelised
butter on them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Put some walnuts, some maple syrup, some ice cream.
Yeah.
Some...
Anything to avoid the taste of the
chips. Kit
Some
Kat.
after eights.
Yeah.
Some matchmakers, keep it
Matchmakers stuck in
festive.
them. Like that.
They're lovely for breakfast, sprouts.
Oh. What?
Sprouts and eggs for breakfast.
No, you've ruined my Christmas.
Yes.
You have gone too far.
You've ruined my
With
Christmas.
you people,
You've ruined it.
you're willing to believe we've got parrots, but sprouts and eggs.
Sprouts floating in iron brew.
Anybody remember the Great Sprout Drought, 2010?
No.
Bad weather, and they went to £9.55 per kilo. There was only 31 pence per kilo cheaper than turkey. So you had to choose.
Is a kilo a lot? Because I did my home shopping the other day and I ordered 1 mushroom by mistake. I felt so bad because it arrived in a separate bag. And you can just imagine the guy going up the aisle going...
Did you write one... How many grams
I
did you
thought
write?
it was sort of like a packet, so I just put,
Oh, right.
I just put 1.
Did you eat the mushroom? I mean, when it came to, like, making dinner, did you go, well, I'll put the mushroom in?
Tell you what it's good with, sprouts and eggs.
Yeah.
I ate the mushroom quickly because in the same shopping, I thought I'd ordered 4 onions and I ordered 4 sacks of onions. And I had to get rid of the onions.
So what did you do?
Before my wife came home.
Yeah.
So I went down the close of my flat offering people bags of onions and pretended it was a Scottish tradition. Oh, it's Onion Day.
So, did you tell your wife?
No.
Did she watch this show?
You can change the channel and say that'll be the guy over the road. He's always there.
Time for another parlour game. Are you there, Moriarty? Who knows how to play this?
You're blindfolded, I'm guessing.
You are.
You're blindfolded and you're as tall as a newspaper.
This is a British one, which I frankly don't understand, OK? So, you are blindfolded. You hold each other's left hands. One of you shouts out, "Are you there, Moriarty?" The other one shouts yes, and the one who said, "Are you there, Moriarty?" then tries to hit them with the newspaper.
I'll be the shouter.
OK? Well, you take turns, turns.
all right, OK.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to hit the target, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am hitting a woman on national television.
It's Susan, you'll be all right. Right,
Just think about the man over the road. Think about the man over the road.
Oh,
Okay,
thanks.
left hand's held.
Give me your hand.
Left hand,
Left
yeah.
hand's held. OK, so, Matt...
Yes?
You're going to say, "Are you there, Moriarty?" And Susan, you're going to say yes. And then, Matt, you're going to try and hit her.
OK.
OK, go.
Are you there, Moriarty?
Yes!
Will I try again?
You try again now, Susan.
Sorry, what you meant.
Right.
Go on, Susan.
Are you there, Moriarty?
No, I'm not, no.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I love the idea that someone has turned on this for the first time and gone... Do you know what? It's really changed without Stephen, hasn't it?
Uncle Stephen would never have allowed this. I know you're there. This is good, this is good. I found her, so I don't need to...
Right, you two, come on, let's have a go. So, put your blindfold on, and then... He's just
I've
putting
got
his
quite a big
blindfold on.
head, so I'm not sure it's going to fit round. Oh, there we go.
There we go, right.
Do we stand up?
So, no...
Ow!
I think Alan's won. So now hold left hands.
I'm not going near him, he's an animal!
Hold left hands.
Well,
OK.
got you.
So, Josh shouts, "Are you there, Moriarty?"
Are you there, Moriarty? Ow!
Yeah? What?
So, you have to say...
How am I doing?
So, wait, let me just do it again. Josh is going to shout, "Are you there, Moriarty?" Alan's going to shout yes to indicate his location, and then he's going to try and escape Josh hitting him. OK? Right, Josh.
Are you there, Moriarty?
Yes.
Now try and escape. Just one hit. Right.
I don't want to try...
Josh, you were rubbish at that game. You were rubbish.
I don't want to turn this into a carry-on film, but mine wasn't as rigid as Alan's.
I'm not sure that was the problem. I think the overall winner of that is Alan, for sure. Now, how did the British ruin Christmas for everybody?
Did they invent a game in which I get beaten up with a newspaper?
It is to do with a deplorable custom that the British invented around Christmas.
Secret Santa.
Sort of in the gift area.
Where you have to give presents to people even if you hate them, like your nieces and nephews. No, sorry.
Giving presents on the day, is that what we do?
It's a gift, but not for your family.
Charity.
No.
Milkman. Postman.
Milkman and postman is exactly right. It's the deplorable custom of giving tips to tradesmen at Christmas. It used to be called the Christmas box, didn't it? If anybody
I
saw
forgot that this has become very right-wing.
No, it was the Americans who complained. So in the 1860s, they complained that it was turning America into the land of the fee.
Well, that's ironic. You go to America, you have to pay them to accept your tip. I mean, all they want is to be tipped.
Yeah.
You have to tip them for bloody everything.
It was thought to be deplorable in the 1860s.
Well, they've got over that.
It was called a loathsome and corrupt form of roguery. And in the 1890s, Christmas was described as the worst time of year because of excessive tipping. You expected to tip everybody. The butcher's boy, the librarian, the turncock. It was the person who turned on the water mains for you. Yeah. In Denmark, we're much more honest about tipping. It's called drinking money. Drikkepenge. It's the same in French, I think. It's pourboire. You know what the tip is for. It's for somebody to have a drink. And the Germans, too, I think. Trinkgeld. The British ruined Christmas for everybody because of their legendary generosity. What does does a Siberian getaway car look like?
Some sort of a
Oh, is it
sleddy thing.
Huskies?
It is a sled thing. It's not huskies.
Reindeer, cats.
It is reindeer.
Cats. Oh, I wish it had been cats.
Forget the last thing I said. Reindeer.
Apparently...
You were calling us cats, weren't you?
Reindeer cats.
It's reindeer cats.
Thanks, Josh.
Apparently, the local indigenous population very, very skilled at reindeer driving, and reindeer sleighs are faster over snow than police snowmobiles. In fact, in 2014, the Moscow Times reported there were plans afoot for a police reindeer division to tackle this specific
lovely hats.
problem. Oh, yes, and blue lights.
Yeah.
Blue lights on the reindeer. That would be very good, Alice.
Or just the nose going like that.
OK, let's look at the nose. Why was Rudolph's nose useful?
Well, Rudolph, with your nose so bright,
Yeah.
when you guide the sleigh tonight.
It's a lie, Susan. No, the fact is that there would have been no need for the red nose because reindeer can see perfectly well in a low light. And they changed the colour of what's known as their tapetum lucidum. It's a layer of tissue behind the retina that reflects light. So in long, bright summer light, it is gold. And then in the winter, it turns blue. And the colour change means that less light escapes from their eyes and it gives them a kind of night vision. So there would have been no need for the nose to light the way. I had a chance encounter with reindeer once in the Arctic. And here's the thing that is extraordinary about them. They've got hairy noses. They don't have shiny, moist noses. They've got these really delightful hairy noses. They're also unique amongst deer in that they are actually attracted to the smell of human urine. And I guess if you wanted to lure a reindeer to you, that would be the way. Why?
Let's do it now! Let's do it now! Someone pee there and we'll see if one comes. It's Christmas!
We've got 2 female cats.
Yeah.
We've got a male cat that keeps coming into our garden. We don't want him there. I've been told that I'm meant to mark my own tail. Shoot him. So I'm meant to piss in the garden myself.
It's not going to make any difference.
Is it not?
No.
Well, that's 2 months wasted, isn't it?
So you've got a reindeer problem now, mate.
I don't understand. People buy a cat and then they keep it in my garden. What is that about? Right, that's the turkey dinner out of the way. Let's fall asleep in the comfy armchair of general ignorance. Fingers on buzzers, please. You are standing in the middle of the Antarctic and your toes are frozen. How far do you have to travel to reach a place where it's literally too hot to stand?
Sleigh.
Susan.
A mile? I'm just guessing.
OK, which way?
You're just guessing.
Straight down.
Yes, Alan.
If you go down, it's hot.
Exactly
I didn't
right.
No, I was about to answer that question.
In fairness, she was about to give a different answer.
Too late.
It was too quick for you. You'd only have to go a couple of kilometres downwards. Underground temperature in Antarctica, pretty much the hottest in the world. Hotter than 99% of the rest of the planet.
Are these people emerging?
Yes, they've come up from China.
It's not a very relaxing bath if everyone's standing around in anoraks taking photos of
They're
it.
all queuing for the facilities.
They're all doggers, aren't they?
That woman did not luck out. It's been calculated that the temperature under the ice rises by approximately 200 degrees Celsius per kilometre, so several times the global average on continents. Unbelievably hot, so down is the correct answer. From feet to hands. Now, Josh, last year, you told us all about the hairy hands of Dartmoor.
Yes.
Is that right? They grab the steering wheel of your car and drive you off the road.
Yep.
And I wonder if you could just remind us which road you said it was.
The B3021?
Yes. This is, I can promise you, one of the finest quibbles that QI has ever received. There is a gentleman called Ian Dunn who has written in to point out that the hairy hands of Dartmoor actually haunt the B3212 and not the B3021. You are... I'm afraid you are having points docked this time.
Oh, posthumously?
Yes. It couldn't be more wrong. The B3212 runs across Dartmoor between Exeter and Yelverton via the hamlet of Post Bridge. That's where the hairy hands hang out. The B3021, I'm afraid, goes from Old Windsor to Datchet in Berkshire.
Remember that next time you make a joke.
Yeah.
Can I just say that he watched me talk about these ghost hands that appear and drive you off the road, and his quibble was with the number of the road?
Yeah.
That's incorrect, Sam. It's going to dear Q.
Josh, without precision, there is no comedy. You have to understand that without saying the right name of a B road, no one can laugh at that.
I thought a year ago that didn't get a laugh, and now I know why.
Your road was nowhere near Dartmoor whatsoever.
I love the idea of Ian sat at home now going, oh, I have ruined Josh's Christmas. Lovely.
Well, your error has been particularly egregious, I'm afraid.
You didn't just let Ian down or the show down, you've let yourself down, haven't you?
In many ways, I think I've let Jesus down.
And his hairy hand.
And now for another of those Christmas traditions that people want to preserve, cutting decorations out of paper. So you should have some scissors and some paper. Oh, yeah. And here's my question. If I want to make a 5-pointed star, how many straight lines would I need to cut?
I tell you what, these would have been a game changer in Are You There, Moriarty, wouldn't they?
So how many cuts do we think? It's a 5-pointed star?
Well, that's 2 so far, Sandy.
OK.
I'll do a couple more now. There's another one there.
Great, Sandy. Got the solution immediately.
Here we go, we go.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's very good.
It looks more like a person, a sort of happy person jumping.
What is that, Josh?
I don't know. It looks like that London 2012 logo, doesn't it?
So the answer is 1. The fold and cut theorem states that any shape composed of straight lines can be made using a single cut if you can just figure out which way to fold the paper. So all you need to do, here they are, is just cut along the red line.
Just cut along the red line.
I've done it.
So 1 cut.
I've done it.
Well, that's the... What is that?
Yes!
What's wrong with you all?
Oh, yeah, that
I've got the wrong bit!
The wrong bit of paper!
Me too.
Kindergarten!
I got the wrong bit
Who's
as
got
well.
it? Who's got the star?
Me.
There we go. From 1 single cut, you can get a 5-point star. And there is a presumably apocryphal story. Betsy Ross, the woman who is alleged to have made the very first American flag, was discussing the design for the flag with George Washington. And he said, could you do a 6-pointed star? And she said a 5-point would be easier. And she showed him by folding a piece of cloth in that manner. And that is why the modern flag has the 5-point star. There's a problem with this story. If you go to Philadelphia, you can visit Betsy Ross's house, but it's almost certain that she didn't live there and probably didn't make the flag. But there we are, that's... Other than that, American history in a nutshell.
Susan, I want you to have my star and also be my girlfriend, please.
Susan, be very careful.
He's the man from over the road!
Do you know what? I always used to get quite lonely at Christmas because I didn't have a date, and I don't feel lonely this Christmas because I've got you now.
Brilliant. We are boyfriend and girlfriend. There we go.
That's the most uncertain round of applause.
I didn't want it to come to this, but Alan...
OK, how would you consume the original Humpty Dumpty? Yes.
For breakfast with sprouts.
Breakfast with sprouts anymore?
Is it that he wasn't an egg? He was something else?
Is correct, yes. It has always been a sort of a nickname, but it wasn't an egg. In fact, in the early depictions of the rhyme, he's actually depicted as a child. There he is, not looking entirely content.
That's horrific. I give that rhyme to my niece.
You hate your niece.
Yeah.
You've established that.
Yes, we've already established it. It's not a real story, that's the thing. So some people think it might have been a story about Richard III, depicted as humpbacked in Tudor histories, and he was defeated, and despite all his king's men and horses at the Battle of Bosworth.
Oh, wasn't he gorgeous?
So when did it start becoming about an egg? Because it's an egg, isn't it?
Well, we now think of it as an egg, but it could be about so many other things. In Colchester, they believe that it is a Civil War-era cannon on Colchester's city walls, but I have to say there's no evidence of that. But the earliest citation in the OED is for a drink made with ale boiled with brandy. And
Yes,
I
please.
have some here. And I have 5 glasses.
Oh, yeah. Are you sharing it out or just having a brilliant time?
Sharing it out. So here's the thing as well, the traditional...
Keep pouring.
The traditional food that is eaten at Danish Christmas is something called æbleskiver. They are a little tiny, like a pancake thing, which you have in jam, and these have been made for me by a brilliant Danish chef, Bronte Oral, who from the Scandinavian Kitchen in London, who's here in the audience. Where are you, Bronte? Give us away.
Brilliant.
A glass, here we are.
You took the jam on your head and then wrapped the pastry on it.
Thank you.
There we go. Oh.
It tastes medicinal.
Oh, God,
Officer.
that's horrific.
So, Humpty Dumpty was originally a mixture.
This is lovely, isn't it?
Look at me jam. What?
I never had a happy childhood. I'm always happy.
It's like saying we got tax now.
Okay.
We got tax now. Let's not just get a taxi. We're so excited on our side.
Humpty Dumpty was originally a drink of ale and brandy, and you consumed it like this. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good.
Cheers. Oh.
Cheers to the audience. Okay, so that brings us to the matter of the festive scores, and here's what I've decided. It's Christmas, so everybody is a winner.
Yeah.
First equal to everybody, but the marzipan pig goes to the man of the hour, Alan Davis. Thanks to Susan, Matt, Josh and Alan. Now, Christmas is a time of togetherness, so I thought we could end the show tonight by solving a Christmas equation together, OK? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, Alan, let's have a quick look. Here is an equation. What would you like to do with that equation?
I would... Now,
Yes.
I would multiply both sides by r squared.
OK, we're going to multiply both sides by r squared. There we go.
Yeah.
Right, Josh.
Well, ln is obviously the natural log.
Ooh.
We all know, yeah. So if we raise both sides to the power of the natural log,
Yeah.
which is the base is e,
Yeah.
cancels out, doesn't it?
OK, well, fancy. It does, yes. So like that, is that what you mean?
Oh, clever.
yeah.
OK, so very good, Matt.
Well, I am going to propose we multiply both sides by m.
Oh, OK, excellent, Susan.
Well, we've all had a lovely time.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. I just love you all. So I think we should go a bit mad and expand the R squared.
Expand the R squared thing, and there we are. You'd only heard it on QI.